Aloha, and welcome to the Weekly Wellness Show. Today, in this episode, we're going to talk about the 5 things you need to do at home to keep your weight under control or keep your weight down, right? But before you do that, please hit that subscribe button, all right? And then after that, hit the bell so I know you're well. All right, let's get going. So, number one thing that we got to do in order to help keep our weight down while at home or at least keep it under control is stop eating breakfast, okay? Try this on, replace your breakfast with either coffee or tea. And I'm talking about good coffee. It doesn't have to be the best coffee, but just say a good coffee, like an organic coffee, all right? And instead of adding cream and sugar, add, like a stevia sweetener. It's 0 calories. You could even find flavored types of stevia that come in drops. It flavors your coffee, and plus it also keeps the calories down. And it just gives a whole new meaning to enjoy coffee without all the stuff in it, okay? Sometimes I tell my patients, I go, hey, are you enjoying the coffee or are you enjoying all the creamer or the coffee with your creamer or the creamer with your coffee, right? You get what I'm trying to say. So there's all kinds of things you do, but try just, having just coffee in the morning, maybe 1 or 2 cups. You'd be surprised how that will satiate you and fulfill you that early in the morning and not think that you have to have this really big meal. Another thing too is if you're not a coffee drinker, well, have some hot tea. And that could be something like some simple, just hot water and lemon, maybe with a dash of honey, okay? Just something simple or an Earl Grey or just some kind of tea that you feel you'd like to have first thing in the morning, okay? So try replacing your breakfast with that. That can make a big difference for you and also keep your weight down as you get on with the rest of your day. Another thing you can do is, and this is always an important one, and I can't tell you how many times I tell people, especially since we are going through this pandemic right now with COVID, is drink lots of water. And I'm talking about 80 to possibly 100 ounces of water a day, all right? Here's why. The one thing what water does, and actually I encourage you to have your first 2 cups of water before you have your coffee or tea in the morning, because this is why. When you wake up in the morning, guess what? You're dehydrated, right? You're kind of groggy. It's because the 1 or 2 things that's been going on. You have the heater on all night or the air conditioning and you're breathing and you're like, oh man, I'm so thirsty. Down a cup of water, okay? 8 ounces is 1 cup, just 8 ounces. Down a cup of water, and after you're done with that, down another cup, and you'd be surprised just how much better you feel. Plus, what it's also gonna help you do is get those toxins out from the day before and also help with digestion and eliminate any kind of waste that needs to go. So it also helps you with bowel movements too. Now remember, have that before you have your coffee or tea, okay? Then, once you've done that, then you can have your coffee or tea in the morning. Okay, so first thing, let's just recap a little bit. We're gonna replace our breakfast with coffee or tea, okay? And by the way, if you absolutely need to have something to eat, do yourself a favor. Have some. It doesn't have to be fruit either, but maybe half an avocado. Sprinkle some pink salt on it just to give you that good healthy fat first thing in the morning. Or maybe, an egg or 2, okay? You can hard boil it or poach it. Those are some of the best ways to prepare an egg that keeps the inflammation low too in your body. All right? So those are some quick health tips. And then obviously you want to drink 80 to 100 ounces of water a day. Keep your body flushed. You're going to pee a lot. You're going to go to the bathroom a lot. That's a good thing. And when you start seeing your urine being more clear rather than yellow or dark, okay, then you know that you're properly hydrating yourself. And that's one of the best ways to find out. If you want to know if you're drinking enough water or not, well, if your urine is not clear, it means you're not drinking enough water, okay? You're too acidic, okay? So, other things. So the third thing is do some home exercise. And I kid you not, if you did at least 8 to 10 minutes of home exercise a day, that would do so well. Because guess what? You're moving. You're not just sitting down all day. You're moving your limbs, your arms. You might be even breaking a sweat, which is what I encourage you to do. And if you could do this, either once a day or at least 4 to 5 days a week, the amount of things that could do for you and your health are tremendous. I mean, you're getting your heart rate up a little bit. You're moving, so you're not so sedentary. Your joints will love you because, the old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. So your feet are moving, your legs, you're bending your knees, you're putting your hands above your head, trying to make sure the shoulders are always working because we're always in such a forward position because we're always in front of the computer or on our cell phones a lot. So these are some of the things you want to do is get your body moving. And that daily exercise could also be a simple 30-minute walk each way, or each day. Just go 15 minutes one way, 15 minutes the other. Bam, you're done. You won. And then if you want to do something else at home too, bonus. Okay? So do that as well. Number four that I recommend people do, okay, is eat something green every day. Now, this is what I mean, okay? I'm not saying smoke it. I mean, eat something good that's green, like a good salad, a green smoothie. Because here's why. When you eat vegetables every day, what does it do? Well, first of all, it's going to make you fuller faster, right? So you're not going to be so hungry all of a sudden after that meal. It's also going to help detoxify you. It's going to help your brain. You're going to feel better. You're going to function better. Another reason why I like having a green smoothie is I just, other than the satiation, feel better, look better, detoxify. It's just something that our body needs. It's good for all of our organs, and it digests very naturally in our body. Plus, it triggers the sensors in your stomach to let them know that with the greens you're eating, it'll make sure you get fuller faster and stay fuller longer, all right? So you're not gonna be so hungry throughout the day, all right? That's the advantage of having vegetables with every meal, all right? So it's not just we should have rice with every meal or rice with every protein. I'm Filipino Hawaiian, by the way. So, but if we had more vegetable in our diet, we wouldn't need to have all these other starches like, whether it's pasta, noodles, rice, potatoes, things like that. So if you could just stick with having something as simple as lean protein, vegetables, and a healthy fat, like maybe half an avocado, well, I'm telling you, you're going to go a long ways with this. And there's so many different lists of things to choose from as well. And then lastly, the biggest thing we want to focus on is eating lean proteins. Now, or eating healthy proteins. Now, here's the difference. You got a lot of different kinds of meats out there to choose from. And when it's under that cellophane, it looks really good. However, you've got to read your labels. When it comes to, let's say, let's start with chicken, all right, or poultry. I always make sure that I'm buying chicken or poultry, or which is chicken or turkey. Excuse me, chicken or turkey. I always like to make sure that it's free range, okay, as much as possible. That it's organic, things like that, right? It's just a better quality of meat rather than something that's not. Remember, everything you're putting in your body makes a difference over time, days, weeks, months, years. It's cumulative. So we also want to switch things around. And I don't encourage you to just eat chicken all the time, but also mix it up with some turkey. Turkey is also very lean, very healthy. There's also an old saying too that if you eat too much chicken, you start acting like a chicken. You're running around with like a chicken with its head chopped up. It's a very hyper animal, hyper protein. Okay, so balance it out. Don't eat chicken all the time. Balance it out with maybe some lean turkey. Okay, and that turkey could also be turkey breast. Same thing with chicken. I encourage you to have like a lean chicken breast. Boneless, skinless breast if you can. And if you're a chicken wings fan like I am, make them yourself at home. Get yourself an air fryer, and I'm telling you, you'll never buy chicken wings from anyone ever again. And if more and more people become more popular or like this idea, I'll be happy to give you my chicken wings recipe because it is the bomb. Okay. But so anyways, but most importantly, let's go with the lean stuff. Lean chicken breasts, turkey breasts, or even a ground turkey too. Try to get that as organic or free range as possible. Pork there's nothing wrong with pork either. Just make sure it's lean. Okay. Pork is quote unquote from a filthy animal because of what pigs do. But like I said, hey, if you gotta have your pork, you gotta have your pork, and not processed pork. Okay, let's eat the good stuff, or processed anything. Let's try to stay away from that as much as possible. After pork, you also have grass-fed beef. Okay, or beef. I'm a big bison fan. Bison's very lean. You can find it just about in any grocery store nowadays. It digests very nicely in your body. You don't feel so full or bloated after you eat it. So I really enjoy eating bison instead of, say, maybe hamburger meat. Okay. I also like a very lean steak, like a filet or a sirloin. And if you want something with a little more flavor, hey, you can't beat the ribeye, but that is a little bit on the fattier side, so it's not as lean. But and I encourage you to get things that are grass-fed. Outside of beef, let's go to seafood. When it comes to seafood, go wild. All right, you never want to buy. I'm not a big fan of seafood that's been farm raised, or it's been fed things that you wouldn't feed your children. Okay, so I want something that's from the wild, that's line caught or caught out in the ocean, not bred in the ocean, okay, like they do in Norway with these fish farms. But I want to have the good stuff, okay? I want the stuff that's out there getting the omega-3s, the sunlight, all that, okay? That'll make a big difference for you. When it comes to shellfish too, I'm a big fan of shrimp. Again, we want wild. We don't want to get farm stuff. There's a lot of scary things out there, especially when it comes to shrimp. So I always want to make sure that I'm getting it from, that it's a wild source and not a farm source. So on top of that, that's basically it. So let's break this down again. So one is, keep your weight down at home. Well, what I want you to do is first, drink 2 cups of water, all right? Drink 2 cups of water every morning. Then have your coffee or tea. And then as the day goes throughout the day, I want you to skip breakfast, okay? So we're going to replace your breakfast with coffee or tea. We're also going to exercise at home, okay? Or at least go for a walk 30 minutes a day. Try to get your heart rate, maybe just a brisk walk. That'll help you too. What else can we do? Have a green salad or a green smoothie every day. Or vegetables with your lunch and dinner, okay? They could be raw, it could be cooked, but as long as they're good quality vegetables, organic preferably too. And you don't have to, break the bank to find good organic vegetation as well. And then lastly, eat your lean proteins. Eat healthy lean proteins that are grass-fed or farm-raised, or not seafood farm-raised, but you want to get grass-fed beef, free-range chicken or turkey, things like that, wild fish, including your shellfish, right? Hope you found that of use. And again, please, if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button and then click that bell just so I know you're well. Thanks again for being here with us. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Mahalo.